Hello, I'm going to show you how to use brackets to create the beginnings of a website. The order we're going to walk through is you're going to create a folder. In brackets, you're going to open that folder. You're then going to create a file called index.html. That file name is important. That is the first file looked for by any web browser, including Microsoft IIS, Apache, or Nginx. We'll then type a little bit of content, and we'll see how to take a look at it. So let's start by creating the folder. I like to do this in my File Explorer, so I click on the yellow File Explorer down at the bottom and browse to wherever you want to put your files. So I'm going to go to my OneDrive, go to my class. This is the online version. I have a video practice folder here. You're going to want to create one folder for each project. So you hit New Folder up at the top, give it a name. So I'm going to call this First Page. You can call it Cucumber if you want. It just needs a name. I now have a folder here called First Page, and there's currently nothing in it. That's okay. We're going to put stuff in it. Go back to brackets. I'm going to do File, Open Folder. I'm going to browse to it. You'll find the same folder that I was in. And I'm going to select that folder. Now this is something that everybody does wrong. They want to double click that folder. You just want to select the folder. And then once it's selected once, it says up here first page here, and then hit select folder. What occurs is over here on the left is everything I happen to have in that folder is there. Well, there's nothing there right now. At the end of the video, I'll demonstrate opening up a very busy project, and you'll see why this is helpful. So now I'm going to do File, New. This is a new file. I'm going to File, Save As. Notice that I'm in my current folder. I'm going to call it index.html. That dot is really important. If you forget the dot, nothing works right. Index.html. Save it. Now we're typing HTML. I'm going to create the doc type so that browsers know this is HTML. I'm going to create my first container tag, HTML. Notice how brackets open the tag and closed it for me. That'll help you a lot because everything you type in HTML has to be open and closed. Press enter a couple times. It doesn't matter how many. The browsers will ignore the white space. Inside of each, I need a head and I need a body. Notice how brackets indented for me. This is good. It makes it easier to read. To get it to indent for you, if you click after the parents container and press enter, it'll automatically indent it. Right, inside the head, you at least need a title. Title opens and closes. I misspelled first. So this is my first page. The title will appear up here in the top of your browser when you display it. Other stuff goes in the head. We'll get to that later. The body is the content of my documents. In general, all web documents, whether they're pictures or files or API calls, have a head and they have a body. Inside the body, create an H1 here. That'll be a nice big H1. There's a paragraph tag. And you can type as much content as you need. Currently, this page is not saved. I know this because I haven't saved it. And also, if I look at my screen, at the top, you have the dots next to index. And over here on the left, you have a dot next to index. The dot indicates it has not been saved yet. Standard keystrokes work. File save works. It's now saved. The dot goes away. Let's take a look at this. Over on the left-hand side of the screen, you have this little magic wand looking thing. This is going to open it up into, I'm sorry, not the magic wand, the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt is going to open it up into its current folder. The magic wand is Beautify. So when I click the magic wand, when I click the lightning bolt, sorry. After a moment, Chrome is going to launch, and it has to be Chrome. It won't work with Explorer. It won't work with Firefox or Brave. It will only launch Chrome. The first time takes a minute or two. But here is my document. This is my first page, the title. Woohoo, HTML is cool, is my H1. I love the web as a paragraph tag. This is now live. As long as this lightning bolt is orange, I come back here and type something else. And I save it, come back to my Chrome, it repeats. Brackets is going to surround the stuff you've selected with this blue bar. So I just typed that P tag, that's just showing me what I've typed. Verify that I come back here, I click inside this H1, the H1 is now blued out. It does that so that you can identify what tag you're editing. If you don't like that, just go back to your HTML, click off into something that doesn't have a selection, and then it's there. That'll become a little annoying later. We're trying to set up styles and borders, and you'll think that that blue border is part of your style. It is not. As long as you keep this page open, it's a live connection. Periodically, it breaks. Just X out, rerun the lightning bolts, and you'll be fine. Okay, so early on in the lesson, we did a folder, and I said do file open folder. Let me show you why that's so important. I'm going to close all, file close all. I'm going to open up another folder. So I'm going to file open folder. This is one I've worked on before. See if I can find one. There we go. There's a Pittsburgh sports folder I've built. I select it, and inside here, you see on the left-hand side are all the files I have in here. Style.css, Steelers, Riverhounds, Pirates, Penguins, etc. Everything's here. If I click on index, here's my code. If I expand the images folder, I'm showing all the images. By opening the folder, I get access to these. Later on, we start to do images. When we open the folder right, I can select the images that I want. Opening folder is definitely the way to go with brackets. Okay, so now you know how to create a website, you know how to open a website, you know how to preview it with live preview, and you should be good to go for the class. Good luck to you.